A few seconds away from switching to the redundant sense sequencer. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We've gone for main engine start. We have main engine start.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. And we'd love it if you join us just all over the social media. Just search at Tom and Dan Live.
Well, on the line with us right now, he's going to be at the West End October 20th, this Monday coming up.
Yeah, we had a lot of listeners, actually, that I believe saw this particular gentleman and the band at Conduit here in town as well. So if you missed that show, you can see them now at one of my favorite venues, the West End Trading Company. It's a great room, westendvenue.com.
Founder and frontman of Green Jelly, formerly Green JELLO.
Yes, yes.
Bill Manspeaker's on the line. How you doing, Bill?
Howdy, kids. This is Bill Manspeaker, the punk rock puppet pope of the worst band in the entire world, Green JELLO. Howdy, kids. Hi, Dan. Hi, Tom.
You've been disrupting music and art for a very long time. I remember when this video basically destroyed, it came on, and it was all we talked about, like all us kids, all us metal kids, punk rockers, everybody. And we freaked out about it. Tom, my business partner, knows about it. I know about it. This video breaks on MTV, and then what happens? You're Green JELLO at the time, now Green Jelly. What happens to your life? Were you trying to disrupt in that big of a way?
I've been a nuisance to the public my entire life, sir. I started my band in high school in 1981. I stood on the lunch table the day they served Green JELLO in the cafeteria. I pulled in a gigantic speaker system. I jumped on the table. I dropped my pants. I put my fingers to the world, and I chanted, "Green JELLO sucks." And my entire high school, 2,000 people in the lunchroom, screaming, "Green JELLO sucks," throwing Jello at me. The principal came in, grabbed me, threw me off the table, threw me into in-school suspension. This was January 1981, sir.
That is just insane.
And it was right there at that moment that I knew what I wanted to do with my entire life.
Wow.
I wanted to be a disruption. And 1993, I had paid off the program manager of MTV. This is no lie. I bought him a mint condition 1965 Mustang convertible.
Whoa.
So he would play my video one time. Headbanger's Ball.
Really?
The last...
That's payola.
I've never heard this story, Bill.
100% payola, sir.
But
And it was for one play, not a million plays, not 1,000 plays, not two plays, one play.
How did you know?
And that
worked?
one play at 1 o'clock in the morning wound up to be, at the time, the most requested music video in MTV's history.
It still goes down.
Next thing I knew, I went from minimum wage of $7 an hour to over $6 million in my bank account within 1 year. I am not kidding.
Wow.
Completely changed my life. I haven't worked a day in my entire existence.
So, Bill.
And here I am.
Bill, this is awesome because nobody ever gives us numbers, and I had the feeling we would get that with you because you're so outspoken. You're an open book. Yeah, Tom.
So, a couple things.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, Bill, a couple things. We're talking about the claymation video of Three Little Pigs,
Yep,
which
yep.
we all remember.
Go look it
Oh
up.
my God!
Like, and so let's talk about creating that video to begin with, because you had to have.
Oh, sure. This is the best story ever. Okay, somehow I had talked myself into a record deal with the president of the record company. I told him I had the worst band in the world. People threw food at me. I sucked. I got a record contract the same day I met him. The record company never heard my band, never saw my band, knew nothing of the band at all, and I walked away with a check with $60,000. And to be honest with you, I didn't think they were going to give me anything. I was lying through my teeth. I told them, I said, hey, I work at Entertainment Television. I can make you 11 music videos for $60,000. Again, I'm just talking out my butt. Next thing I know, this guy calls up the finance guy, says, write Manspeaker a check for $60,000. We just signed green JELLO. And I'm like, oh, shit. What am I going to do? I just told this guy I was going to make 11 music videos, and I have no idea how to make one. So I got that check. I cashed it. I bought a bunch of camera equipment after I threw a gigantic party, of course. And first video, handed it in. Called all the employees, the whole record company, into the office, watched the video. Dead silence. Like, all right, I'll be back. Better one. Second video, third, fourth, fifth. I made 10 music videos. No one laughed. No one applauded. I was down to my last damn chance. And this is the true story. I go into work at Entertainment Television. I desperately ask all my friends. Now, I said I worked at Entertainment Television. I didn't tell them what I did. I was the dude that got everyone coffee. Okay?
Okay, that's fair. Hey, it still counts. Still counts.
That was
my
kind of an
job.
intern.
I was the $7 intern. I made a big lie. Now I'm desperate. I've done 10 videos. I've spent $58,000 in complete failures. This is 100% true. Down to my last $2,000. My last video, total desperation. Asking my friends at work, anybody know? I need a one frame at a time camera. I want to do this animation claymation video. And the camera guy over here, he says, oh, my next door neighbor, he has one. I'm like, oh my God, unbelievable. I say, could you please set up a meeting with, oh yeah, I'll give you his number. I call him up, talk to him a couple minutes. He gives me his address. I go over his house. The dude lives with his mom. He's in 12th grade. He's a kid. Okay? It's my last chance. Oh, and that I have. It's a child. He's 17 years old. I'm in his parents' house. You know what happens in the 90s when you show up at a high school kid's house with $2,000 in your hand? You ask him to make a music video. He did the same thing as I did. Woo! I give this kid $2,000 with all the money I got. I said, here's the storyboard. Make me this claymation video. Again, completely clueless to how long it takes. Okay? And it's 30 frames a second, so you got to move this piece of clay 30 times to make one second. 30 times.
Yeah.
So, week passes, record companies, Manspeaker, where's that last video? Not that they care, but they want their obligation over with me. They want 11 videos. They gave me $60,000. They're done. They don't need to talk to me again. Call up the guy. He's like, dude, I need a little bit more time. I said, no, I got to come now. So I go to his house, I grab his footage, I bring it to where I'm editing it. The song's 6 minutes, okay? He's got a minute, 1 minute of video. And I got a 6-minute hole to fill.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, my God. So I'm slowing the video down. I'm repeating stuff. I'm patching this together. Like, you're on your way to school. You didn't do your homework, and you're doing it in your parents' car, right?
I've done
This is
that.
what
I've
I'm
absolutely
doing.
done that.
I'm patching this thing together in pure desperation. I get it all together, bring it to the record company the next day, right? I'm exhausted. I'm like, I can't believe I even told this lie. I will never lie again in my entire life. And give it to the president of the record company. What does he do? And then this is a gigantic 10,000 square foot record for a punk rock puppet band with a song about pigs. Okay,
Yeah.
There's no time for me.
I can see that.
They put in that video, and when that thing was over, everyone in the room cheered and clapped and applauded and laughed. And the record company president looked at me and goes, Manspeaker, we're going to sell either 10 of these or 10 million. And if we sell 10 million, I will get you anything you want for the rest of your life. I kid you not.
So
A few months later, 25 million damn songs I sold. 6 months later, I got $6 million. 10 years later, he's still giving me money. I want to do a production company. Here's $2 million. I want to open up a rave club. Here's $2 million. This guy kept his commitment till the day he died.
Wow.
wow.
Anytime I wanted anything. 100% always providing. And again, this is a song that I stole outright from Walt Disney, okay? Three Little Pigs.
Yeah.
And then the riff is just Smoke on the Water backwards from Deep Purple.
I never thought of
So
that.
I've stole Deep Purple song and Walt Disney's characters, and I've patched it in this hell attempt to never work again, and somehow it turns into some classic rock song. And here I am, 30, 40 years later. I'm doing 125 shows still around the world. I do more shows now, decades later, than I actually did when we were selling records.
Is there
That's
an-
crazy.
And here we are.
Bill, that's the craziest story I've ever heard.
Bill, is there-
hold on.
And it's 100% truth.
So, Bill, what happened to the
100%
12-year-old?
Yeah.
The
What happened to
12-year-old.
that guy was that was M. Night Shyamalan.
I will tell you. He later on went on and he made the Tool Sober video.
Really?
Oh
did the
my,
Tool
Bill,
Enema video.
Bill, slow down. So
Yeah.
this kid, your claymation kid that you came over with the $2,000 ended up being the claymation Tool guy, because those videos are just as iconic, just as nostalgia, but like not funny.
He's king of claymation.
He's king of clay. You know the claymation king.
Yeah. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but all the Tool guys were all in green JELLO originally.
I did know that.
So when I came home with that check for $60,000, Adam Jones and Maynard James Keenan were at my house. It was a loft in Hollywood Boulevard. I was like, and we're all working minimum wage jobs. I'm like, hey, look at this! I just got a record contract, $60,000. And they both were amazed. And then they made a song that, and they wrote it right in front of me. That was on the Opiate album. If you're familiar with it, it's called Maynard's Dick. And it's kind of a funny, humorous Tool song. There's not a lot of those funny songs. And that was their first song.
Wow.
So
And I said, all right, I go, here's my idea. I'm going to throw a party next week. You guys are going to play, and we're going to get you a record contract, too. So Maynard and Adam got together. They rounded up this bass player that had just moved into town. They used Danny, our drummer from Green Jello.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they put together this 4-piece band. And then they wrote a whole bunch of songs real fast. And next thing I know, whatever, a week later, they're playing in my loft, in my living room. Some of the record company people are there. One of the guys that, introduced me to the president was there.
Yeah.
And they got signed the next day.
That's crazy.
All of a sudden, this house of delinquent children in their 20s, all minimum wage jobs, scraping nickels together to buy ramen noodles. We had over $250,000.
Bill,
why hasn't there been a documentary on this?
There's a small Green Jello documentary. Not a lot about that information is on there. But if you Google search Green Jello and then the word Vice, V-I-C-E, Vice.com is a streaming company.
Yeah.
And they made a small documentary, like 10, 15 minutes long, with some of this information, but not too deep. But, yeah, a lot of funny stories, a lot of ridiculous things,
I'm blown away. Like, I never heard any of that. I knew the connection to Tool, but I didn't know that the connection was as deep. I mean, these are buddies of yours, friends of yours, and you're just kind of, hey, guys.
Inspiration on why they kind of started.
Yeah. Danny Carey is playing drums on the Three Little Pigs, and that's Maynard doing the knock by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
A lot of people don't know that.
I did not know that was Maynard.
In all reality, get this, okay? This is a guy who's had a gazillion hit songs through Tool, Perfect Circle, Pussifer. His very first hit song was Green Jello.
But it was a massive hit too. But it wasn't just a hit. It was a
gold record, man.
Yeah, like how when MTV when you took over MTV and everybody's watching the Claymation video and stuff like that. What was the demand like for you guys to play out, and how did you handle that? Because that's they're going to be begging you to be a lot of places at one time. So how did you guys handle that? Did you have the personnel, or did you immediately have to start?
Immediately. We immediately hopped out on tour. We played, constantly. Became very popular very fast.
Yeah.
MTV actually offered me my own television show. And
I could see that.
I don't know how to put it the best way, but sometimes the thought of being a rock star or a musician or going on a tour is greater than the actual reality of it.
That's
to
honest.
me, I love it. I'm still doing it. I'm in, 2025. I've done thousands of shows. I'm 62 years old.
Nice.
A lot of people couldn't handle it. And a lot of people couldn't go forward because of the inability to I want to try to say it the nicest way, the inability to accept their success.
Okay.
So that was real annoying because here I am with all these opportunities, and this guy is upset because he's away from his wife. This guy is upset because he liked his job that he was working at. All kinds of personal problems that has nothing to do with the band, which drove me insane, okay? And it wasn't until years and years and years and years later, it was the year 2012, okay? So we're talking a good 15 years later after we had achieved it. I came up with this concept by watching Seinfeld, okay, the TV show Seinfeld.
Okay.
Jerry gets a booking agent, and he's instead of playing clubs in New York, he's flying into different cities and playing weekend shows. And I think to myself, I said, God damn, I wish I was just a comedian, because I could do the same thing. I could just fly out, play Friday, Saturday, fly back, to Hollywood. That would be cool.
Yeah.
And it was at that moment in time, and this is the truth. I was so sick of everybody being a sissy about playing shows and blah, 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 but I still wanted to do it. And I saw the Seinfeld thing doing it by himself, and that's when I realized, wait a minute. I am a comedian. I am the Carrot Top of punk rock. I just got props. Nobody wants to see me. They want to see the pigs. They want to see the cow god. They want to see the characters. And it was at that moment it dawned on me. I could book shows on the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I could fly in. And in every town that I ever played in, when I was traveling with a band that was costing me outrageous amounts of money, all of a sudden, every town I played in, all those songs were made simple, okay? They weren't complicated songs. I wanted songs that anyone can play.
Sure.
So everywhere I went, all the fans knew all the songs, and they were kids, okay? And now, 15 years later, now they're 30. They've been in a bunch of bands. They know all my songs. So now I came up with this idea. I was like, I could just recruit franchise bands in every town.
Yeah.
So I set up a franchise band in every city across America, United States, Mexico, Europe, and England. And since 2012, I have done 125 shows a year where I just land. Let's just take. I land in Pennsylvania. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Car comes over at the airport, picks me up. I got a bass player, I got a drummer, I got a guitar player. We play Thursday, Friday, Saturday. After the show Saturday, I hop on a plane, I fly home. I'm in Hollywood, California, Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. Okay? And this is every week. So every week, brand new band. And so guess what happens? Dave, the drummer, doesn't care if Lou, the bass player, had sex with his wife, because that was the Florida band. And now this week I'm in Tennessee. The Tennessee guys don't care about the drama from last week.
You can disconnect and
and
you can
the Missouri guys don't care about the drama from Tennessee. So every week now, since 2012, so we're talking over a decade.
Yeah.
I just fly in. And now you show up Thursday, everybody's happy to see you. You play the show. It's a little off. Friday, the show is a little bit better. Everybody's like, yeah, this is the greatest time in the world. Saturday, which is usually the day that the most people show up, everybody's like, yeah, this is the best. Oh, my God. We play the show. It's phenomenal. And guess what? I leave. And I leave on a high note. So everybody's psyched. The band in Tennessee is psyched. Oh, my God, we have the greatest time in the world. And boom, I'm gone. Next week I'm playing, Ohio. So if the Tennessee band falls apart, I got a year to replace them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
did not know that.
Yeah, I had no idea that you'd been touring that way for a very, very long time.
So, Bill, how did you get?
But hang on. I wound up with the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest music band in history. I have over 1,000 people in my band currently.
How do you even keep in contact and then organize this with so many people?
Facebook, 100% Facebook Messenger. I book all my shows, 125 a year. I book them. I put a post on Facebook.
That's awesome.
Promoters message me. I get a deposit from them. That pays for the plane tickets, pays for the hotels, pays for the transportation. So if someone doesn't pay me on Thursday, I already got half the money. I don't give a fuck. Like, all right, I paid the ticket. I got here.
Yeah, I see it.
And what's great when you just do 3 days is whatever happened last week, promoter didn't pay you, the club set on fire, there was a riot, all these things have happened. It doesn't matter the week after. It doesn't affect it.
Because you're starting fresh.
But when you're traveling with the same 5 people, 10 people, all kinds of drama affect everything about the band. That's why every favorite band that you've ever loved in your entire life is broken up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Kiss doesn't exist. Kiss doesn't exist not because they're not a great band. It's because 4 people can't get along.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, you're right.
So I've completely eliminated that not get along stuff, and I've recruited fans who already love the band, and I'm just playing with them for 3 days. So they get the whole rock star feel, and then they get to go back to their life.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty
guess
much
what
it's
happens
good for
when
everybody.
I show up? Guess what happens when I show up a year later in Tennessee? Yay, Bill's here. We're going to have the best time in the world. Guess what happens when you're traveling with the same guys for 30 days? They want to kill each other at the end.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I've never heard of
So-
anything like this, man. Like, honestly, this is a new concept
So
to me.
I eliminated that entire mistake in the rock and roll equation. If you look at it as a formula and you go, drums, bass, guitar plus record company plus radio, it all equals up to rock star.
Yeah.
But in that equation, it never says that you need to keep the same drummer, bass, guitar. It just says those words.
Well, most people don't do it
So
anyway.
what
You're
I've
just
done
getting in
is
front of
I've
it.
kept the musicians.
Yeah.
I've kept the musicians, but I've eliminated the personalities
Yeah.
because it's not your inability to succeed that destroys your idea. It's the burdens of other people's problems that stop you from going forward in your dream, no matter what it is. You want to be a scientist, a dentist, a musician, a teacher. It's your best friend, it's your wife, it's your school teacher. These are the people that are putting ideas into your head for failure. But if you eliminate all that and you just rely on your own abilities, you got no obstacles in front of you. And if you fail, it's because of you. It's not
on you,
because Joe, the bass player, is a jerk. It's because you couldn't do it.
So there's
and again, I love this. I've been doing it since 1981. Okay, my entire existence. And again, I'm 62 years old. When I turned 62 on May 1st this year, I booked 62 shows in a row. And I got on the airplane on my birthday, and I traveled across America. Then I played a show on New York City. My birthday's May 1st. On May 3rd, I played a show on a boat in New York City. And then on May 4th, I hopped on a plane, and I flew to England. And I played 30 days in a row. And at the end of that, I flew back to the United States, and I played another 32 shows in a row. I played 62 shows in a row.
You're a wild man, Bill. And your voice, it sounds like you sing.
From Europe to America. There was no gap in the tour. So my last day is, let's just say, May 27th in London. May 29th, I start my tour in Columbus.
That's
so
crazy.
the only time I had off was the plane ride to get back to the United States.
Do you
And
ever
I did it as a challenge to myself. I'm like, I'm 62. I'm going to do 62 shows in a row, and I don't give a shit.
I like
I'm going to
that.
do it.
When do you stop though, Bill? When do you slow down, or do you ever?
Never.
Okay.
Never. It is what I love to do. I love to roll into a town. I love to meet people. I love to give inspirational speeches. Just recently, last month, a school teacher in Missouri contacts me and says, I love your attitude. I love how you go forward. I love how you solve these problems and challenges. He goes, could you come to the school and give the middle school a pep talk? I'm like, yeah, sure. I said, I'll even play a show. Oh my God. So the school teacher got the permission from the principal. The principal got permission from the mayor. I fly in, and there's the mayor of the town, the principal, and the school teacher, and they bring me into the school auditorium. They're like, go inspire the children. Oh, my God. I was surrounded by sixth graders. I gave them this huge inspirational talk about, don't let anybody get in the way of your dreams, be successful, blah, blah, blah. And as I gave this inspirational speech, again, I don't plan anything, okay? I don't write it down. I don't set up. I just let things happen.
Okay.
So as I'm doing this inspirational speech into this entire audience of middle school kids, I go, anybody here play guitar? And, kid raises his hand, come up here. So he's right in front of us. My guitar player puts his guitar around him, okay? All the kids come off the bleachers. All the kids come off the bleachers. They surround this kid that has this guitar on him. And my guitar player is behind him playing the Three Little Pigs song while the band is jamming. And all the kids are screaming, okay? And the look on this sixth grader's face. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
He was in the verge of tears. He was having his moment. And guess what? I caused his moment of greatness. And to have that ability to walk into a middle school and make a child shine in front of his friends, oh my God, greatest gift in the world. The hell with selling millions of records. The hell with being number one on MTV. The hell with touring the world. Who cares?
Yeah.
If you could walk into a middle school and change a child's life, what other purpose is there?
Please tell me that sixth grader is someone famous now.
Oh, no, this just happened in the last month.
This is new.
He will be someone famous, Bill.
Yeah.
This just happened last month, and I have had nonstop conversations with this teacher. He's like, you don't understand how much you change these children's lives.
So,
Well, I mean,
Bill,
I
Bill,
love that
He
there's
goes,
this.
I walk into the school. He goes, I walk into the school as the teacher. And he goes, now everybody, I'm the rock star teacher. I'm the guy that brought you here. He
Yeah.
goes, the school loves me. The principal loves me. The mayor of the town loves me. Not because I made the school money. Not
Right.
because I got the mayor another term. Because I went in there and I changed those kids' attitude.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah, for
Bill,
sure.
Gave
hold
them
on.
hope.
You got to answer me a couple questions because first, I want to give you
Sure.
money. I can see why the record executive gave you money.
Yeah.
Like you came in there.
You're
and-
Dude, and
inspiring.
that's again, the same attitude I did when I went in there. That's how I got that money. That's how I got a record deal without them ever hearing or seeing my band.
Yeah, listen, Bill's got the Riz, as they call it now.
You do have Riz. Max. I'd say Max. You're a Max Riz.
That's funny. My kid says the same thing. He's 11 years old. He says the same thing.
I got an 11-year-old. So, Bill, real quick.
No cap.
So,
oh my God! So this is the best. Okay, out of all the achievements, okay, in which there was a zillion, out of all of them, my 11-year-old kid just recently comes up to me and he goes, "Dad, I'm the third little pig, aren't I?" And I go, what do you mean? He goes, "Well, the song, it says his daddy was a rock star." He goes, "And you're my dad, and you're a rock star."
That's a wild breakfast conversation.
God,
I'm into it.
my 11-year-old will never say that.
The emotion of your 11-year-old child saying that to you was 100 times greater than getting a gold record, a million times greater than going out on tour with the rock band Kiss. That moved me.
Yeah. We don't get those moments around here, Bill.
My daddy's on the radio.
Yeah,
Like,
we're
what
just
is that?
podcast radio guys.
The realization of my child to say that song's about me. He wasn't. It was 1991.
Yeah.
Okay, it was decades before he was born, but in his mind, that song was about him.
Bill, you're going to inspire everybody at West End Trading Company, aren't you? Because I don't want to run out of time without plugging you again.
Oh, my God. I can't even tell you how much I love playing that venue.
It's a great
Every
spot.
time I've ever played
You're selling tickets,
Phenomenal
Bill.
show.
Just go there to talk to
Phenomenal
Bill.
show.
It's October 20th at the West End.
Yep.
Bill, real quick, I have to ask you because your business idea with this band is I've never heard of it. I've never heard. Is anybody else doing it? And second question is
no, I don't know anybody who's ever done that in my entire life.
It seems
it's real easy. If you think of things that nobody does, you're suddenly the leader.
You're
Write that
right.
down.
Okay. I had no musical talent, okay? This is not a lie. This is not a bluff. I don't know how to play drums. I don't know how to play guitar. I have no ability how to sing, but yet I sold millions of albums.
We've been meeting these guys lately.
Not because of my attitude to succeed. And I was like, all right, well, I can't be the best band, so I see this line. To be the best band, there's thousands of people in line, all waiting to be the best band. But if I look to the right, to be the worst band, not only is there no line, there's no one in the damn ticket booth. No one's selling tickets to be the worst band. I got out of the line that had a million people, and I was last. I got out of that line, and I walked over to the other line. Not only was I first, but I ran the show.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
There was no opening. There was no opportunity in the world for the worst band. And I went and I took it and I established it. And now, decades later, there's no one that can deny the fact that I have the world's most terrible band.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just inspired me, Bill, to become the worst podcast.
Yeah, we're going to do this. We're absolutely going to become
almost there.
the worst show in the world.
Nobody wanted to be. Nobody wanted to be the worst in the 90s.
Yeah.
Or the 2000 or 2015 or 2025. Nobody wants to be the worst. Except me.
Yeah, I like that.
And I have totally taken it over. I have cornered the market in terrible. My songs are never played the right way. You know, the Tool goes on and plays their 20-hour song that one song 20 hours long. They play it perfectly every note by note.
Yeah.
I go up there with my 6-minute-long song, and it's a train wreck the entire time.
But
guess
people like
what?
it, right? They love it.
Yeah, nobody cares because they're having the best time. They're dressed up as the 3 little pigs. They're wiggling pool noodles. You know, they're part of the show.
Yeah, yeah. I feel
And
that,
I say
man.
this all the time. I say this all the time to the audience. I say, if you don't participate and this show sucks, it's your fault.
I'm going to start
But
saying
you
that.
get off your ass. I see you over there in the corner. Get the hell over here. I'm not doing any songs until everybody gets up and comes forward. And if you don't, I'm going to start doing Journey cover songs.
Okay, that's bad.
And I do.
You do.
When the nights go out in the city, I want to be there in my city. Oh, oh. See? You probably don't even know
We
that
believe
song.
you.
It's the most famous
We
Journey
believe
song. And the only reason you don't know it is not because it's not a popular song. It's because I just sang it so terribly.
Bill, I got one quick question
Last
before we
question.
gotta go.
Yeah.
You have to show up
Yeah.
sometimes, and some band members don't show up. Like with playing a.
Oh, I bet he
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
have-
constantly.
And
Oh,
what
okay.
happens? What do you do when the guitar's like, I'm sorry, the guitarist never showed up or
There's
whatever?
a whole audience of people, man. There was 4 bands that just played. There's 4 drummers. There's 8 guitar players in other bands.
Just
I
pull them
just
out of the
point
crowd,
my
Tom.
finger. You get over here on the drums. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
it doesn't matter. That's
Yeah, yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Yes,
I
we'll
remember
take
we
one.
were playing a show. We're playing a show in my hometown, Buffalo, New York, and the place is packed,
Yeah.
right? And I got my franchise band, and I got this brand new drummer guy, and the first song starts, and I look over at him, and I don't know if you ever seen The Honeymooners. There's this thing with Jackie Gleason, and
Yeah.
he rehearses to do this commercial on TV. And once it goes live, he freezes up. He's like, humma, 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 humma.
Yeah.
That dude completely froze. The drummer. His sticks are up in the air, and the look of fear is in his face. He does it. His memory of all the songs has been wiped out. And I'm like, oh, my God, the place is packed. This is the first song. This guy is frozen. And I look over, and I have another son. His name is Damien. And I look over at my son, and I point to him. I go, Damien, on the drums now. And he pushes the guy off of his seat, pops himself in the drum, nails the song.
There you go. That's a good son. That's a darn good son you got there.
Oh, my God. And again, you know how baldness skips a generation?
It does.
So does talent. Okay?
Oh, he's got it. He's good.
I have the no talent. I have a son, too. The kid can play guitar, drums, bass, keyboard, sing. He can do it all. and I don't even know how to tune it.
You don't need to, Bill.
crazy.
Bill, you don't need to. And everybody should go and see you and be inspired. I want to make sure
Exactly.
we tell you.
And that's the point. That's the point right there, sir. You got it. You don't need to. All you need, and this is the God's honest truth. This isn't a sales pitch. This isn't something that I just blurt out, blah, blah, blah. All you need is the belief in yourself. That's it. You don't need to know how to sing. You don't need to know how to play drums. You don't need to do nothing. If you have the need to do something, just do it. And people ask me all the time, where are you playing? I don't know where I'm playing today. I have no idea. Okay? And the only reason I know that I'm playing at the Trading Post in Sanford is because you just told me.
I like that.
Well,
And you can see him at the Trading Post in Sanford. And I urge you to go see Bill at the Trading Post. Hitch your horse to the post when you see him and get inspired
Again,
on the 20th.
October 20th, West End.
this is the point, and I just really want to make it clear. The less you know, the more shit gets done.
Okay. Hey, write that down. I think we can finish there. I think that's a good stopping point. Bill, we're going to run out of time. Bill, I'm so sorry, man. I got to end it. I'm going to run out of time, man.
Yeah. No,
and I don't want to.
Let me just throw this real fast.
Yeah, please.
Let me just throw this real fast. If you don't know the details, there's nothing to worry about.
He's not wrong. I mean, I need to listen to these things. Bill, it was more than a pleasure talking to you, and I hope we get to do it again. Okay, man?
Oh, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it both.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, listeners.
And we'll see.
Thank
We'll see you at the West End.
The Trading Post.
Yeah, we'll
Great.
see.
I'll see you then. I'll make you part of the show. Bring your guitar. If you don't have a guitar, bring a tambourine. If you don't have a tambourine, bring a damn cowbell. I'll put you in the show.
I love it. I love it. Bill, I had to hang up on you, buddy. I'm sorry. I love you so much, and you're a very inspiring and wonderful guest, but it's never going to end because you're bringing it around for the 90th time. He's bringing the car around for the 90th time, and I'm trying to get in the car. I'm like,
story.
Let me in the car, Bill. You got to let me in to stop the car. This is like a boat that's out of control in an inlet.
That dude is ridiculous.
Got more energy than any 62-year-old I think I've ever talked to in my life.
What a crazy story about green Jello, Three Little Pigs that I watched.
I'm sweating right now from that man's inspiration.
When I was 11 or 12 or whatever the hell, 13 when that came out, and I remember watching it, I'm like, what the hell is this? And I liked it for whatever reason. And to know that came from that and then ended up here is insane.
You know what's funny is it makes me,
insane.
you know, like when parents, and it's the old cliche, they crap on younger music, like that's just like the thing. And I can remember, like, people, like even my mom and dad, I'd watch the Three Little Pigs thing. It's like, what the hell is this? But if you really think about it, I mean, people know that song.
Yeah.
He's selling, tickets to places. He still I mean, it's huge.
All from his last idea.
His last idea.
Good.
His last idea. The less you know, the more you'll succeed.
Bill Manspeaker, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Bill.
He's going to be at the West End October 30th.
Excuse me.
20th,
He's going to be at the Trading Post.
Oh, yeah. The West End Trading Post.
No, it's called the West End Trading.
It doesn't even matter. Like he said, the less you know, the better.
If you don't know the details, you don't need the details. All right.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We'd love for you to come over and hang out with us. Just search for @Tom and Dan Live. You can watch the show. You can jump in the chat room and talk to a bunch of people. It's really fun. The chat is becoming one of the nicest places to go in the morning. Good folks in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
They're very
We've
positive.
curated a really good group of people that like to make fun of me.
Yeah. That's why I like it.
Call me a fool.
That's what I like. Yeah.
We all have a common interest
They
here.
bully me a little bit too. They were, I get a lot of beard jokes and a lot of gnome jokes and stuff like that. We do have a guest, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, on the couch, hanging out with us today, Casey Howell, everybody. How you doing, Casey?
Appreciate it. I'm glad to be here.
Before we start, where are you playing at?
Where am I playing? Saturday evening, I am in Winter Haven at the Cypress Wood Pub. I'm with Tom Hollis there, 6 to 9.
Tom Holland, the actor?
Yeah, absolutely.
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
I'm trying to help
himself.
you.
Goddamn.
Oh, my God.
I'm a big deal now. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
my
Zendaya might be in the crowd.
Yeah, my goodness.
Sunday morning, I'll be at Tibby's in Altamont Springs, 11 to 2.
Okay.
And
I've gotten the drunkest on a Tibby's morning than I've ever been in my life. Oh,
let's
Tibby's.
top it this Sunday.
Tibby's is fun. Tibby's is a fun time.
Tibby's is a good
What
time.
time are you at Tibby's?
I'm at Tibby's 11 to 2. We're doing brunch there.
Okay, I like that.
And
Spicy
New Orleans
brunch.
jazz, absolutely. And then Sunday evening, I will be at the Backyard in Ocoee, 5:30 to 8:30. They're pretty new, so come on out, support them. Make sure they get off the ground.
Cool. I like
Backyard in Ocoee. I also
that. Little bars are fun, man. I love little bars.
Daniel's wife told us you play Salty Sisters every once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
cool. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're great. Tiff's great.
I like how Tiffany was like, no, not him. the younger one.
Yeah.
Right? I think
Yeah,
that's what she did.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's Tiffany Smart. I saw Tiffany this weekend. She is killing it.
So we talked to the guy from Green JELLO yesterday.
Bill Manspeaker.
Yeah, and
Manspeaker.
Yeah, that's a strange. I'd never heard the name Manspeaker before. I thought it may have been like a fake name because this guy's wild.
That's like mansplaining.
Yeah, I've been saying that. I've been saying that 100 times. Bill is a wild man. He was on our show yesterday. He has the voice of Nails, and he has the pregnant pauses of Shannon Burke. You combine the two, but he has the inspiration of like Tony Robbins. Like he was one of the most
perfect man.
He was one of the most inspirational guests I think we've ever had.
That's fantastic.
So we didn't get to bring it up. I had written it down to talk to him about, but you couldn't get a word in.
No.
But he got famous from MTV, and it was interesting because I just read a story about they've announced that MTV is going to cease to exist after this year, December 31st. They are done with all the MTV brands and no longer going to air MTV or MTV 80s, 90s. I guess they have a bunch of different.
Yeah, I'll admit something. I
Sisters.
use certain. I'm a dumb old man. And when a dumb old man uses any type of television product, whether it be a streaming device or old school cable, you look for certain channels to know where the channels you like are.
Yeah.
And one of the channels I look for is MTV2. It's a green two-headed dog is the logo. I use the green MTV2 two-headed dog to find my sports channels. So if they take that away, I'm not going to be able to find Red Zone as quickly when I'm drunk.
So Daniel is kind of like the perfect demographic for the popularity of MTV. Like I was young. I guess the early 90s were like the most popular time for MTV, which, Casey, you're a little too young for.
How old are you,
92.
Casey?
That's when I was
How
born.
old are you?
33.
33.
Okay, yeah.
My
Getting
God.
older every day.
So you didn't grow up watching MTV.
No, I didn't grow up. I watched a lot of Paris Hilton on MTV.
I know
You
why.
were the
Yeah.
reality
I know
show.
why.
Absolutely.
I know why. This guy's
Yeah.
horny.
Yeah.
So
it started young.
Hey, do you want that night vision video? Because I still got it.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll send it to you. I'll
So
send it to you.
what's interesting is we have essentially 3 generations of MTV right here on today's
here
show,
he goes.
right?
Yeah.
No. I'm kind of bullying you.
Yeah, I
right?
will. I'll allow it.
Yeah, 3 generations.
Like a judge, I'll be like, you know what? I'll allow
You know
it.
what?
I'll allow it.
I was gonna say
Order.
this wasn't meant to
No,
bully.
it's fine. It's fine. Sustain. I'll allow it.
This wasn't meant to be mean, but it was a little bit.
It just came out how it came out.
Yeah. That's what Andrea does to me all the
Whoops.
time. She'll be saying something that's truthful, but at the same time, very hurtful. Very hurtful.
Yeah, that cut deep.
So, it's because you were how old when MTV first debuted in the late 80s?
Well, I was born in '76, so in
Yeah.
the late, I was like,
right, a teen.
I caught it. Like, no, not quite a teen, but I caught it like, I'd say like maybe 11 or 12.
Yeah. So, right, yeah.
And we had basic cable, so I had to beg for. I still remember begging for MTV.
Yeah.
Because MTV.
I want my MTV.
Well, it would have exactly. It's kind of where it came from. It
Yeah.
would have been connected to like a premium. Like a lot of kids don't know that you had to beg your parents to get premium channels, like MTV, Disney Channel,
Yeah,
HBO,
that's all cable.
Max.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. You know, like some like channels that don't even exist anymore. He had to beg for them. So I begged my mom and dad for. I mean, VH1 wasn't even a thing. I begged them for MTV. I think it was connected to a Disney Channel thing. It was expensive, dude. And
Yeah.
we got it, and it ruled. It was most of my programming on all the time. You just left it on.
And I came about as a fan of MTV in the early 90s when I was about 12. You know what I'm
Little
saying?
spring
Like,
break action for you.
94, I was 12.
Did you catch the spring break?
MTV Spring Break, TRL Live,
Yeah.
all that stuff. The Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
You know,
I
all
would get excited because I would be off of school. My mom and dad still have to work. My mom's a teacher, so she's at the library working. My
Yeah.
dad's an over-the-road salesperson, so he's driving the road. I'm at home by myself, younger kid. I know what I'm going to do today, and it does involve masturbation. But also, I know I'm going to watch some MTV. You put on the MTV all day, but you'd get excited for the summertime or the spring break because they'd be doing fun, exciting things like just up the road, like in Daytona Beach or Panama City.
Oh, Bill
And you-
Bellamy's there.
and you would, and you'd feel the energy. Like
Yeah.
there is an energy about watching that live. And they'd be like, "We're coming live, and up next we got Primus." live, or up next the Red Hot Chili Peppers, like up next Lenny Kravitz live. You'd be like, what, live in Daytona? This is crazy. And it did. I don't know. It was exciting, man. It was really, really fun. What a great channel.
And they were in the 90s. They were still playing like all music videos. It was music video based, and they started, branching out. I remember like they play some weird avant-garde like Eon Flux.
And you get so many points for mentioning Eon Flux.
I remember those.
Check that off the list for today.
Yeah. What about the Burying Bush? What about the Burying Bishop? That was a show. What was the name of that show? Oh, God, it was like a sketch show that was hosted by, was it Alex Winters? He's the blonde guy from
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted, yeah. He had a sketch show on there that was just incredible. The videos they played, how about 120 minutes? Where you would see the best in alternative, Headbangers Ball with Ricky Rackman. I mean, they were iconic music shows for a music guy like me.
Yeah.
Like, it was almost like having the internet. It was almost like unlimited. You were like, this is the greatest thing.
Yeah.
And MTV
exposure
News,
to new stuff,
that
yeah.
song, the MTV News,
Yeah.
Headbangers Ball.
That's a Megadeth bass line, right?
Oh, really?
Like that thing, that boom, ba-doom, boom, 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 ba-doom. That was MTV News.
Yeah.
That's Megadeth. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Megadeth bass line that they just kind of slapped on top of it. Liquid Television is the show I'm thinking of. Thank you so much, chat room.
And why I mean 3 generations of MTV is that when Casey Howell grew up watching MTV reality shows.
It was just reality.
Yeah,
at that point.
because that's where it kind of transitioned from
Real
music
world.
videos to
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore and reality shows, and that was your experience with MTV. And
Yeah.
now in its final days, this is the last year of MTV.
You're making me kind of sad, though.
It's all become ridiculousness. And which
just fail vids
But
over
can I
and
tell
over.
you something? Let
Yeah.
me tell you something. You're a business guy through and through.
Yeah.
And you look for this. I'm a music guy. I don't watch any MTV, but I'll tell you right now, any of the channels, there used to be a channel called Palladia. They played like music concerts.
Yeah,
your
Palladia was good.
Me and your wife love Palladia.
Yeah.
If I find a channel, and sometimes you'll get these weird, like one-off ones
Yeah.
that are just like a music channel where they license the videos, I'll watch it.
Yeah,
If you put videos on, I will watch music videos, but there's nowhere to watch music videos.
Well, also MTV probably got so bloated that there's nothing else they could do besides shut it down. Like they're not they're not gonna take MTV and then because that would work.
Sell it for parts.
Oh yeah, like making MTV just all concert videos would work, except for like there's no need for all this like
Overhead and
Yeah,
everything.
you kill it and then start something new. So, but anyway, transitioning to like KC watching all like reality shows and then it being ridiculousness. It dawned on me like there's a bunch of weird facts about ridiculousness that like first like the amount of actual episodes they've made of ridiculousness is insane.
It's 14,000.
14,000.
No. It's hundreds. It's
Rob
hundreds of
Dyrdek is
numbers.
3 feet tall. You know
3
that?
feet
He's
tall.
smaller
You're
than
selling
me.
that. That's
He's
high.
smaller than me.
Yeah.
He made an insane amount of episodes. He realized, like, hey, we could just gang record these in one day over and over.
Can you not say gang record that? Just out of respect to, what is his name? Skilo Brim? Or what? Yeah.
CeeLo
Chanel
Green.
goes,
The
but
black guy that hits the
big.
buttons.
But it's kind of funny because Rob Dyrdek kind of reminds me of the Green JELLO guy and the fact that Rob Dyrdek, I've heard in interviews before when he came out with the idea of ridiculousness, he's like, it doesn't even matter if it's good. It doesn't even matter if we screw up or whatever. We'll just
Keep going.
Show after show after show, like
Yeah.
20-minute
We'll
episodes.
make a good one.
And then even the videos, they could be not even that good and not even the best. We'll just talk about
Yeah.
them. Like even the jokes fall flat. Who cares? More. It's just about extra.
yeah.
Constantly feed.
It's think less, work more.
Yeah.
Turn the funnel on.
Like
Yeah.
we realized like people just brainlessly watch this stuff in the middle, like you need content, MTV, I'll sell it to you per episode. And that's where he made an insane amount of money. So
Insane.
second weird fact
A disgusting amount of money.
Yeah.
that I thought was fake when I saw the meme of it is, do you guys remember the intro of Ridiculousness?
I don't.
Like
bunch of wipeouts.
Yeah, now I know it.
That's a Devo song. That's it's a Devo song that they license for Ridiculousness,
Okay.
right? So apparently they when MTV first licensed this Devo song, I don't know if they didn't believe that Rob Dyrdek could actually produce as many episodes or whatever, but so it's been aired so many times that the guy who wrote that song in Devo gets paid $1 million a year because MTV has aired Ridiculousness so many times.
Making way more money from that than he ever did from Devo.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's the story. And I was like, no way, because in my mind, I was like, why not just, like, if you were MTV, why license something you're going to have to pay Devo $1 million a year?
Yeah.
Just play anything.
Come up with
It's a
something.
garden-
Yeah.
Any-
It's punk, right?
What's
Yeah.
the name of the song?
It is, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
No, it's
Is it
Uncontrollable Urge.
Yeah. Here.
Is the theme of the MTV show Ridiculousness.
Yeah, that was it.
Mark, the founding member of the 80s group Devo, makes $1 million a year in royalties from the tune. The song was otherwise not a hit and never made it to the Billboard 100. So this is the most revenue-generating song that Devo's ever had. Is the Ridiculousness because
Totally
Is
makes
that the
sense.
only reason why I know this song?
Yes.
I feel like
Yes.
I've heard it before, but
No,
it's just ridiculous.
You have not, and I'll tell you why. Because my god sisters growing up were into Devo,
Yeah.
and they had all the
They
tapes,
didn't know it.
and I would play all the tapes, and I've listened to a lot of Devo, and this is not a song that just.
Are you bragging?
No, but I know I consume music, and this is
Yeah.
not. Yeah, this makes sense.
because you could
This is a great fun fact.
you could easily, if you're MTV, and now this is hindsight's 2020. Like they probably never knew that it would air this many times, and maybe. If I was the CEO of MTV, I would have been like, hey, once it started getting popular, ridiculous, like, hey, change the intro so we don't have to pay this guy.
I hate that though. No, I hate that though.
Yeah.
When
They
shows
didn't do it.
do that, when shows pull the song or change it, I know what you're doing.
I'm out.
It does make a better show that they keep paying it.
And
It does make a better show that they have an actual theme that's a real song by a real band.
But just like you said earlier, Ridiculousness was the nail in the coffin of MTV, I think, because.
But you're right too. It kept them afloat for a very long time, and I'm sure they were making money and probably glad that they had them. My point is, as a music guy, I never understood why. If bands need promotion and artists need promotion and they're sending in, the way it used to work, you would send in your single, send in your, your album, your full length or whatever. I'm surprised, and maybe they do. I just don't know where it is because I'm dumb old man. But why isn't there just a random channel that has 1 hour blocks of every different genre of music just burning videos, and it just rolls? I don't need VJs. I don't need anything. I literally just give me the videos.
Just want the music, yeah.
just
Don't talk over it.
Just shuffle the videos for me on a channel so I can watch them too. People like watching podcasts. People like watching things. Where is this?
It is the internet, I think.
I think so too. It's YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's like the fact is that people aren't consuming. There
It's
are
the
people
way
that
they
would want.
consume.
Yeah, there are people that maybe would watch a channel of all music
But they're
videos.
old people.
But yeah, and it's like they're already out there. They're on demand. You can watch any music video you want, and then I bet you there's tons of internet spaces that you could just like go on the website and just back-to-back music videos. I mean,
People make their
YouTube,
own.
whatever, you know.
I mean, people make their own
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they just take the videos and do it. And yeah, there's been like those music most channels or music much channel, I think they're called. And I've seen those, but I don't know. I never understood why MTV didn't do it because like you're the guys.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like Kleenex deciding, hey, we're gonna stop producing. Those little things that you blow your nose into. We're out of the game. Doesn't make sense to me why you weren't the forerunner. You're the guys.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
should have had a channel. Your channel should have been going in the background.
Yeah.
The whole time, and you should have been spending time to pump it up and make it the best music channel, and then maybe you'd still have something going on, or maybe I'm wrong. Don't know.
I think it might be the options. It's just like if you're not playing the greatest thing, the greatest song that anybody wants, they're going to turn it off. They're going to go find it on their phone, or they're going to go look for it somewhere else.
Do you handle that when you're thinking of songs to play out?
Out and about?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like what the crowd wants to hear the most, and
Yeah.
I try and cater it to the crowd. And sometimes I'll play something and it's just like a real stinker, and then I'm like, okay, avoid that genre.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Do you recall another entity like MTV that you saw the birth of it and now you're seeing the death of it? I was trying to think in my head of like what other channel thing that I saw was super popular, and now it's done. And I can't
Could have
really
made a really
MySpace.
morbid. There's a very morbid joke.
You're right.
Yeah.
MySpace, but although it did kind of transition into all other social media, although MySpace was unique in like how it operated, but like a brand like MTV and how big it
For
was.
me, like
and how
Blockbuster
important-
is a big one for me.
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, that's my Blockbuster is my biggest one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, you're right.
And because it meant a lot to me too.
Yeah.
So these are things that do.
Did you see the birth of Blockbuster?
Yeah, because
Okay.
because the first one, and we weren't fans in the beginning. This is an interesting story. In DeLand, where I grew up, the very first place that we went to rent an abundance. I mean, an abundance. And when I say that, we all know what it's like to go into a video store, and then we know what it's like to go into a super video store. And the first super video store that I remember in DeLand was this place called Box Office Video. And I remember we went in there, and it was a chain, but a small chain. It may have even been like a local, like a Volusia County thing. But I remember going into the Box Office Video, and I was like, "This is it. This is the best
heaven,
thing ever."
yeah.
But what was funny is there were a couple of those. You know, like you'd have one-off video stores that were pretty huge, and then what killed them was Blockbuster. You know, one day, Dad and I were going up to Box Office Video to rent our movies. He liked a Delta Force and maybe a little Commando with a sprinkling of Rambo on top.
Yeah,
So we're going up there.
Manly
but,
man
But then my
stuff.
mom mentions on the way out, she's like, "Hey, there's a new place up on Woodland. The blue sign you can't miss. It's called Blockbuster Video. It's different. Maybe go there instead of Box Office Video." And we're like, "Okay."
Kill a small business.
So we go up there. Well, guess what Blockbuster has that Box Office Video doesn't have? It has 1,000 copies of Rambo 3.
Yeah.
I mean, 1,000. It's
Yeah.
guaranteed. They just started doing the guarantees. Guaranteed Rambo is going to be in stock. My dad's like, "Well, this is where we're going."
Yeah.
Because he's not going to go to the little guy.
The mom and pop.
Nope.
Yeah.
He and that was the change. And then the big nail for Box Office Video for me was when Blockbuster started renting gaming consoles, and then it was nail in the coffin. Bye Box Office. You don't rent PlayStations. You don't rent the games.
Yeah.
So the Dennis family doesn't have any. You have no value to us anymore. And then we were Blockbuster family until Video News came around because they had porno. I could do a whole show on this, man.
Yeah. They didn't have a back room at the Blockbuster.
I don't think
No.
only an independent Blockbuster, I think, would have had something like that.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were too squeaky clean.
Yeah, I know we talked to my sister about it. My sister did work for Blockbuster for a while. I just looked it up. Ridiculousness, 1,500 episodes. That's a lot.
1,500.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That is a
That
sizable
is
amount of
so
working.
much garbage.
it is. It's just 1,500 episodes.
It's the
of-
precursor to AI. It's
Yeah.
just pushing out so much garbage.
Like and apparently like their filming schedule was ridiculous because of the way
I see what you did there.
Rob Dyrdek set it up, and they just have an endless amount of guests, and then even when the guests
This is
didn't
what we
show
do.
up, they would just take whoever
That's
they
what
would
we do.
back up or whatever.
This
yeah.
is what we do.
And just they just pile
I was
it
just
on.
walking by. You guys were like, "Hey, we got an hour to kill."
I don't even know who you are.
Yeah. Who's out there? Just get in here. You don't even need to talk. We'll just talk to you. But anyway, it's so it is kind of sad though that MTV is done and that they. I
The
wonder
brand
if
will not be done.
they'll
This
do
will-
something with the brand.
Well,
right?
first, right off the jump, and somebody said it in the chat room. I won't take credit for this. They're like, this is going to go the way of Playboy. So the first thing they're going to do is they're going to print MTV in a faded retro style on those boxy tees that they sell now in the mall because every T-shirt now is shaped like SpongeBob. So they're going to print those and sell 1 billion of those to like your H&Ms, to your Old Navies, Hot Topics, Target's going to license all of them. They're going to get their licensing deals.
Sell it online. I mean, just make a website. You can
Yeah.
do it. So
Somebody will be making some money.
You're right. Yeah. I mean,
It's not going to be me.
Yeah. But the channel is no more. And that's it.
I do not like that. Give me some do you have any videos, Casey, as a musician that speak to you? I do have some videos that, like, as a young boy, when I watch these videos, I'd be like, holy crap, that's awesome. The first one for me, and it's such a basic bitch, but it was the Sledgehammer video by Peter Gabriel.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. That's
that
a great one.
video, I remember anytime it would come on in the house because, again, MTV was just on all the time.
Yeah.
So I'd be going MTV Spring Break, it'd be rolling through, and then and then I'd come running down the hall. I was like, I gotta see this video, man.
Two speak to me. One is Black Hole Sun.
Great video.
Was it like they played it all the time?
Great video.
And I'm like, why are their mouths?
I loved it though.
It was CGI at the time that I had never. I'm like, whoa, they're manipulating. They got, like, we're talking about the mid '90s. That and Basket Case, Green Day.
One too.
Because I remember I'm like. He said he went to a whore. He said he's gay. and it was before the internet. You're like, what? You're like, okay, with Billy Armstrong. You're like, Billy Armstrong's gay? No way. It was, it was like,
what?
There was no way.
He's got yellow hair.
Yeah. I think he's
What does that
pan.
mean?
Isn't he pan?
Yeah, I think he is bi or something.
Just like Charlie Sheen. I feel like right? Charlie
Yeah.
Sheen's like a bisexual.
But some of us just take it as we get it.
Yeah.
How funny.
Life is a wave. Ride it.
But 13-year-old Tommy Van, there was no way to find out the truth about anything.
Oh,
because
yeah.
pre-internet, you was just like
You're just stewing in your thoughts.
you're just like, you ask your friend, you're like, well, this dumbass doesn't know nothing. And you're like, there's no way to know.
Billy Joe from Green Day is gay?
Yeah, what do you think his sexual preferences are?
I don't know. Let's go ride bikes.
Like I try to explain to my sons, and this is like an old man.
Why Billy Joe Armstrong? guys, huddle up. We got to talk about Billy Joe Armstrong and his
You heard
sexual
of the band
preferences.
Green Day.
Like,
Yeah, now, Mike
Green
Dirt.
Jello Day.
Mike Dirt is a heterosexual, but Billy Joe, he's
Trey Cool will do anything for $5.
I try
a
to
drummer.
explain to them. I'm like, you don't understand that. Like when I grew up, it was impossible to find information.
Mm-hmm.
Like like we had an encyclopedia, and that was it. Like and that was printed. Probably 20 years ago. Like there was, like my mom bought an encyclopedia in the late 70s.
What kind do you have?
And I don't.
Britannica or World Book? I was a World Book man.
I never paid attention to the brand.
Yeah,
It was just
okay.
a
You're
whole
not a brand
dusty
man.
bookcase of encyclopedias.
I looked down on Britannica people, and I really looked down if you had hardcore Branch Jovanovic, Branch Jovanovic. I really looked down on you if you had those.
Like
Worst encyclopedia in the world.
I've never even heard
Trash.
of this. It sounds like
World
beef
Book-
stroganoff.
World Book or nothing. World Book or nothing.
But I tell my sons, I'm like, any question that you may pop up in your head, you can instantly answer.
Yeah.
And they're like, but they grew up with that.
Am I gay?
ChatGPT will
They'll
be like,
answer it. Yeah,
What would
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT say if I say, am I gay?
well, they'll be like, well, how do you dance?
Let me hear your voice. Let me
I
hear
don't
your
know
voice.
what
You sound like Daryl Waltrip. You're gay.
Do you move your hips when you dance?
I don't know.
Hi, welcome back to Ridiculous Now.
It's but they are not amazed by the fact that any question can be answered, and I'm like,
Because they've had it for too long.
yeah. Well, so they've been their whole life,
Yeah.
And I'm like, just all the information in the world, if any question you have, like we lived in a world growing up where they're like, you're like, did Richard Gere do the gerbil? Like,
Yeah.
like a lot of people say
the
it.
gerbil did him. Got to correct that a little bit.
Even then, I was like, how did it get in there?
Do you know, and that's a fun fact that I just kind of almost gave it away. Did you know in gerbil land that they have a rumor about Richard Gere being shoved up a gerbil? Did you know that?
What?
Yeah. It works both ways.
Yeah,
It
that's
definitely.
crazy.
It's strange world out there, Casey.
So Casey, you were born in '92, so yeah, you're my brother's age. So you basically the TV you watched, all reality shows.
He
and
got the
like,
good ones there. Road Rules.
late '90s, early
yeah.
2000s. And then all of a sudden, like essentially, you were a teenager when social media came out. But yeah, I think you're probably the last generation of like you didn't grow up with social media. You got it because you probably
Yeah,
got
it was like
late.
high school is when MySpace kind of came on, and that was the first big thing.
And
What
that
was the
wasn't really
pressure like
anything.
for you to join that then, just comparatively? Because, Tom and I were older. We were like adults. You're in like high school. What was MySpace a very big deal?
It was a huge deal to me because that was the only way I could figure out how to talk to chicks.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
no, that's a very...
That was it.
That's
In
a huge
person,
deal.
absolutely not. But I
Sure.
could curate some photos. I got some good angles. Yeah, if you come up here, I can do the duck face with the best of them.
Yeah.
So and that,
Better writer than talking face-to-face?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And the very beginning of social media, it was kind of pure, uncut. It was like people weren't using it necessarily for like bullying as much. Right when it came out, it was like, oh, you could talk to people. It was like it was way more of a communication.
Well, it
thing.
was. We were curious about it, so there was a innocence and almost like a natural positivity around it, where you didn't go on there just trying to troll. There was no concept of trolling.
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful time.
Yeah, and like, you know, I guess chat rooms were the beginning of that. Even like when you just go to some AOL chat room,
Have some old man talk me off. That's what I like.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you a girl or a dude? He's like, I'm a girl. I'm like,
I'm a girl too. Yeah.
I'll take it.
who cares if it's an
Just
old man?
two ladies.
It's my fantasy.
Just a couple of ladies about to do lady business on each other. Let's go.
Yeah.
You want a cyber?
I remember typing that. A couple times. I remember
ASL.
cybering. Did you cyber? Are you cyber boy?
Oh yeah.
Did you cyber?
I'm a cyber boy.
All three of us have cybered. You know why? We're not
Probably
liars.
together.
No.
Yeah, we probably were in one chat room.
I may have been trying to groom you.
Yeah.
I
wish you would have.
I can't type very well or read very well. Bad for cyber.
Oh, you're the worst one. I'm like, oh, he's cute, but he's so dumb. I can't even get him to send me pictures of his pecker. So stupid.
Yeah. Like, I never understood the typing back and forth and that being a thing. It was like,
Oh, that was the
Hey,
most.
man, I may be a simple boy, but words do not get me hot.
That was the most thrilling thing. Seeing those three dots, just like, what could they possibly be saying? What are they cooking up right now?
Did you
for
ever
me?
ICQ? Or was that okay? ICQ was awesome because it was like the first chat bot that kind of connected to your desktop. So it would hang out like in the left-hand corner of your screen, like over here, right?
Yeah.
And you'd have a list of different people that you would meet in chat rooms, but you could see when they would come on, and then you could click them and like join them in the chat room. And the best part about this is you could make your avatar look like a juggalo. You could put like baggy jinkos on it with a chain wallet, and then you could put like a big old hockey jersey, and then you could like put a
You'd be drinking a Fanta.
Yeah, you could be drinking a Fanta. You could have
bucket hat.
you could have like a bucket hat, or you could have like dreadlocks. You look like everybody looked like some sort of like Asian rapper. Like everyone
Very
looked like an
cool.
Asian rapper. All the colors are like 90s. It was, man, ICQ was a whole different
I
animal.
missed out. Yeah.
I wish I could. I bring this up, and some people will be like, I kind of remember ICQ. I need to find the lifers in there because I enjoyed it. It was a good platform.
So you grew up with internet porn, though, right? Like, okay,
Whoa,
so
whoa,
that was
whoa,
always
whoa,
part
whoa.
of it.
Don't
All
let
right.
old men ask you things. Like that. Jesus
I'll
Christ.
tell you
This
the
guy's
sites
50
I
years
was
old.
on.
He's like, you ever seen porn, boy?
I remember my first website was
Do you?
all 30-second clips at a time.
Yeah.
No,
Sublime
it was
thumbs.
all,
Yeah, Sublime Thumb.
It was all just like, I gotta focus.
Oh,
I gotta lock in right now.
Do you remember when it was just a series of pictures?
Yeah.
I was not there for that.
Oh,
I used to
yeah.
like those. I used to like the photos. You get the first one, it'd be like the guy coming to fix the garage door, and then the next photo is the girl like showing the garage door, and then the next photo you're waiting for these to download too. It's like
I was like, get through this.
her up on a ladder, and then the next one she's like pulling down her jean shorts. I'm like, now we're going.
Like, make the downloads in reverse.
No. If you go in reverse, then you get too far, and then you see something you don't want to see.
Yeah. But
You
yeah,
know what I mean.
You're right. So before even KC's time, it was just like I'd make the joke, Sublime Thumbs. It was just a series of pictures. Like that was my senior year of high school.
You know what's-
where it was just like you can go on the internet and see pictures of porn. Like videos was advanced, crazy. And you're right. It would maybe start off with like a 10-second. Like AI,
Yeah.
like it was like 10 seconds of.
That's all you
it.
get.
Yeah.
You have to wait for the rest. The cool thing about what Tom's bringing up too is the series. I remember it would be a sex photo series.
Yeah.
And I would look for series. Like I was so trained that I would go to a website and I'd look through it and it'd be like bikini contest, Key West series. Oh, here we go. So and you click it and you expand the whole thing and you go down to about the middle where they're like, okay, now they're done explaining about the garage door. Now they're in the
I
bedroom.
don't need the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was Daniel's a traditionalist. He wants a beginning, middle, and end.
I mean, I wanted to
A
see
3-act
it.
structure in
I
mind.
wanted to see it.
Yeah.
I just like, and then I like to keep all the thumbnails open, and then I could pick and choose what I want.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous game though, because you keep a couple of your thumbs up, and you think you closed your browser, you did not. The next day, your mom finds it. Could be a mess.
So you grew up, and then in high school, everybody had cell phones at that time.
They had cell phones, but they weren't
Smartphones.
online.
Yeah,
they
they weren't smartphones. Yeah,
smartphones.
but it was regular cell phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in my high school, only some people had cell phones. Like I never had one.
The rich kids did in my school.
Yeah, until I got to college, and then before that, we were doing beepers in like middle school and stuff. You know, and which going back to connectivity and the fact that like my sons are so connected to like. It's funny because I think about it. My sons still hang out with their friends from elementary, or like Tommy does from elementary school. He's able to easily keep in touch with them. You know, it's like once he left, he's like, "Here's my email, here's my number. I'll see you on Roblox." And it's like he talk to him all the time, so they still hang out. Like when I left elementary school, it was like I'll never see anybody again.
Yeah, have a nice life, pal.
Yeah. And the yearbook,
And that's what happened.
When you sign someone's yearbook, you may never see them again.
That's why I wrote a lot.
Yeah, it was like never change. Like hope you have a good life.
Stay strong.
The last time you'll ever see this person is like
You're
again.
not wrong.
There was no
Hags forever.
there was no way to keep in touch with them. You know what I'm saying? And like that's a weird thing to think
So
about.
you would get sad.
Yeah.
So a lot of kids, you're less
Maybe
sad
you got
now.
their telephone number at home, but you never.
Yeah, I got numbers. In fact, they're still written in my yearbook. If you go back and look, you can see
Yeah,
where some
yeah.
of my friends wrote their phone numbers. But of course, like, you know, you don't look at that
probably
number and think they're going to keep it forever. And a lot of my friends did move away.
Yeah, and I don't want to call and talk to someone's scary dad.
Oh yeah, that was always scary.
Yeah, Jeff
didn't-
Howell answered
Yeah. What do you want with my son?
And maybe you guys were, but I was never a stay on the phone with my friend's guy.
No.
That wasn't something my dad wanted me doing. That wasn't something that he liked. I mean, he needed the phone, and my dad was very old school in the idea that the phone was for men first and then mom, and then
The kid will use
you
the
don't
scraps.
use the phone ever. The phone is for mom and dad, mostly dad, and you don't get on there and like so the whole. I had friends that would like lay in bed and talk
Oh,
all night.
yeah,
Like
I
that
did
was
that. I did that.
not. And plus, if you do it with your friends and their boys, that's gay.
yeah.
To my dad. To my dad.
Yeah. No,
My workaround was the video games. That way you could talk to your friends, but you didn't have to be on the phone. You had a
Beautiful.
secondary activity.
Oh, let's talk about that for a second. You had the online connectivity of Xbox when you were. Oh,
Yeah.
you had the golden age.
I had the golden age. It's never been better.
He got it when everybody wasn't yelling the N-word and being racist and crappy. He got it when your friends really, well, maybe a little bit with your friends.
Like as soon
When
as
middle
they
school boys were angels.
as soon as they connected it inward.
That was the first thing said on
they're
Xbox
like,
Live.
let's start this thing up and go inward.
But yeah, you got it though when it wasn't. It was like exciting to jump on because it was like, what the hell is he? What is this?
Well, playing video games with your friends are unheard of. Like, I was already in like I think I was already working by the time they came out with that. I was on the radio. You know, I'm like I was trying to. I know it was before that, but it was definitely like you know, when I was in high school and even
I remember the
early
game I
2000s.
played. I remember the first game I played online with some friends, and I'm an older person doing this. Conquer.
Conquer.
You were the squirrel.
Oh, Conquer's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were a squirrel and you had a rocket launcher. This game was badass.
I wasn't allowed to play that.
And it was a little naughty.
That was a little naughty.
It was a naughty game, but man, we played that online, and I remember I got done with it. I remember the feeling I had after that. I was like, this will change the world.
This is revolutionary.
Yeah, like this is like I'm playing. My buddy is in Virginia.
Yeah,
And I'm literally playing him, and we're playing video games and talking to each other. I was
Yeah.
like, this is it. This is crazy.
Yeah. The connectivity of video games and the internet that like revolutionized gaming to the point where it's become obviously the
it's
biggest thing ever.
A sport now. You know, I mean, you can make an argument that it is a. I mean, like video games are so big now. I mean, what do you still play? Do you play?
Yep.
What are you playing right now?
I play Rocket League.
Okay. Are you a console
that?
guy or are you a PC guy?
I'm a console guy just because PCs, they're so expensive to keep up with.
They are.
But Rocket League, you're a little like NASCAR car, and you got a soccer ball, and you drive around, and you try and hit it into the other person's goal.
Yeah.
And so you're like playing soccer, and you have a rocket pack on your butt, and you fly around.
It's fun. Yeah, it's good. You would
Okay,
like it. Yeah, it's soccer with cars.
Okay, they do that in real life. I've seen.
Yeah, like demo
not as fun.
derbies and
It's-
stuff.
It's not as fun.
Not as fun.
I mean, barely like they go in to hit it.
Oh, it's not a fun game. You're not going to have a good time. You're going to get dunked on
gonna
by
get-
5-year-olds
Yeah,
and
very
stuff.
frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a frustrating game. People want your gamer tag. I don't know if you want to give that out. You might have
Yeah,
a bunch of old men sliding
okay.
into your DMs.
More old men.
Mine is at mediocre Dan.
Yeah.
I'm at mediocre Dan. Find
Yeah.
me and I'll play with you.
Well, Casey's not a teen. He's already compared. Like my sons would call you an old man.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, and,
But he still doesn't want old men hitting him up like, hey.
Older men.
Yeah, you're Jeff Howell's son, right?
I
wanna hang out?
I do like to have the fact that if you play any sort of game on the internet, they're like, "Oh, there's old man trying to diddle you."
That's
There
held
are.
over. That's held over.
No, but that's
It's
for
not that
everything.
prevalent.
No, it is for
I
everything.
feel like like the
you don't know my struggle.
like child molesters are not that prevalent in society. Like it is a rare thing. But
Getting
if-
awfully defensive.
God damn it. I was saying, like
We need more kids on Rocket
Yeah,
League.
that's not so bad.
Come on, get on there. Come on, everybody, snap a couple innocent pictures of your peckers. Put them on.
There's not an old man pedophile raiding around every corner of the internet. It's not that prevalent.
When I'm playing this Red Rocket League.
It's like, oh, watch out, there's old man pedophiles. It's like, how many old man pedophiles
Who's
have you
in
seen?
that car hitting that soccer ball? That's an old man pedophile. He's driving that car. over
God
there.
damn.
Hey, you want to get in?
Let's
I got
finish.
candy.
Let's finish with a couple of voicemails because they have a tendency to pile up. And I think we did this last time that Casey was here, and it was a lot of fun.
All right.
So let's do this. That's from our buddy DeBerry Joe.
What's up, Tom and Dan? It's the Barry Joe again, and it's into Wednesday, and I just thought it was kind of funny. Today, y'all didn't go live, which I totally understand, you know.
Yeah, he's talking about Wednesday of this week. We did not go live. We had like a clerical day.
Yeah,
and,
we had a ton of stuff to catch up on.
Yeah.
That's the deal, you know. That's totally cool. But when you don't, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't go on Facebook, but maybe you said something there. But when I don't hear anything, I'm like, oh shit, something bad must have happened. Oh no, and it's always probably something really silly like go-to shows and stuff like that. But I do my thing and I go to the worst possible scenario.
I think he's worried about us. Basically, is that like
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we,
I
we
forget-
should be better at.
Telling everybody
Yeah.
because we go on every day, multiple times a day, and then people get in that routine, and then we don't go on. They're like, oh
No.
it is
Because the schedule is
you jump to the worst thing.
The
Basically-
old men got him.
Old man pedophile guy.
I guess Dan tried to play a couple games of Rocket League this morning, and some old man got him in his pecker. Got him good. Got him good.
Yeah.
But what's funny is I do that. I think that's human nature to do that. Where you're like, oh, that's weird, because the schedule is pretty simple. It's like 10 to 10:30. We're gonna start. We're going to go off right before noon. We're going to take our lunch. We're going to come back around 1, and then we're going to close out the day and probably shut down shop around 2:30, 3 o'clock. Every single day. That's how we do it. And I'm sorry. We screwed up, Joe. I apologize.
You know, speaking of that, I did hear the death of 2 podcasts I listened to, and both of them just they came on there like, hey, this is gonna be our last show. Because of other things going on in my life, I can't do this anymore or whatever, and that's it. And it was interesting because that was the first time like I personally had listened to and there were 2 like sports gambling shows. And for like years, I listened to them.
Marin's gone now.
Yeah, I never listened to Marin.
And there are rumblings that Two Bears One Cave will go soon.
Yeah.
I mean, we are going to see. I think you and
We're
I need to
witnessing
stay.
the
We
death.
need to stay exactly where we are because
absolutely.
we're starting to see them all come back down to earth, and we're going to let the dust settle. And then, sorry, this is all you got, but we'll be here.
You'll have seniority.
We'll be here.
Hold up, but for every one that dies, 10,000 are made. So
No, but they're not
yeah.
getting numbers.
Yeah.
You know,
you're right.
like so.
You're right.
You know,
the
nobody
heritage ones are ending, but it's pretty interesting. Like because we've talked about it for years. Like it's such a new form of media that we haven't really seen people stop doing it or shows be canceled, especially or say canceled. They're canceled themselves.
I'll say
Like,
this.
no one owns them, so it's like they have to
Stop
choose.
doing it.
They
Yeah.
have to choose to stop doing it, and we hadn't seen it, or at least I hadn't seen it, and now I witnessed 2 of them.
Well, it's happening.
Where it's like, oh, they can't do it anymore.
And a wise man once said, "You miss 100% of the number ones you can achieve by waiting for everyone else to quit."
Yeah. Now
I made that up.
I will.
That was beautiful.
Yep, thank
You're
you.
the wise man.
Yeah, that was me.
I will
100%.
tell you, both of the shows had no commercials, so I've often wondered how did they make any money.
Yeah.
And I think they were doing it as
Farming your data.
well, as a companion to all the other stuff they did and like that kind of thing. It's like I also did a podcast. But if it's not it's not your main living, like it's pretty hard to continue to do a day or even weekly and keep that schedule
Plus,
up.
I think that's sort of what Samantha did too. I mean, I think
Yeah,
she wanted to travel more. She had her show with her husband and plenty of go-to shows, tons of guests, tons of special shows that she did. But she put a lot of time and effort into it. I mean, a lot of research and stuff. And then at the end of the day, she still got her job and her husband and traveling to do. It's like, maybe I'd
That's
want
a lot to juggle.
Yeah, maybe I want to do that stuff instead. So, I mean, prioritizing is definitely hard. You and I've built a prison. We can't prioritize. There's
We're here whether you like it or not.
well, there's nothing we can
It's
do.
our
Yeah,
job.
it's literally we're shackled to the microphones. It's like, what are we supposed to do?
Like when it is our main living, it's like we're not doing anything. This is our job.
And
We
what's
go-
funny is he says it's our main living. We're not living. I've always wanted to say
Preach, brother.
that. Yeah, right. That ain't living.
Yeah.
That ain't. They say we living. I see that ain't living.
So
That's the
Casey,
character I'm working on.
one more time, where are you going to be at coming up here?
All right, let me see. Got the paper here.
Pro. He's a pro.
Look at this. Saturday evening in Winter Haven, 6 to 9 at the Cypress Wood Pub. Me and Tom Holland, Spider-Man, are going to be there.
I love it. You should keep saying that. There are people to show up. Dress up. Spider wear is encouraged.
Sunday morning, the Casey Howell duo is going to be at Tibby's Altamont, 11 to 2. Come on out for some nice brunch. Sunday evening, I'll be at the Backyard in Ocoee, 5:30 to 8:30. They're new, so come on out and support them.
All
There
right.
you go.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming by, Casey.
appreciate
It
it.
was
Thank you for
lovely.
having me.
I love
It's
it
always
when
a
you stop
blast.
by. It's so much better than when your dad comes by.
I know, right? I'm so glad there was
No,
a repairman coming today.
I'm joking. I'm joking. We love your dad. How was this trip?
Oh, it was great.
We
Absolutely.
got to get him in here to talk about it. We got to
Yeah. Now he was there for a while,
Yeah. He did it
over
right.
a month.
He did it
Yeah,
right.
not long enough, but yeah.
Yeah, did you have fun not having him?
Oh, it was cool. Party, open crib the whole time.
It's
Yeah.
gotta be nice. It's gotta be nice. Oh man. So
Oh, then he comes back extra grumpy. I know that.
Oh, Casey, look, I gotta talk to you about something.
Oh, yeah. Then it
You
takes-
clean up around here? That was what it is.
It takes him 2 weeks to acclimate back to this time. Like when old people travel around the world, like it screws them up good.
Oh, he probably thought he was still in Norway for 3 days.
I bet he still has diarrhea. All right, we'll see you on Monday.